What's going on? It's your boy Thorough Alexander, aka the Grand Architect. And today I'm doing a hike to Herman's Cave. It's in the Superstition Wilderness. Parking lot is by Peralta Trailhead. This is a 13-mile hike, so it's gonna be a long one. So you'll see several monoliths like these. So far, you did see some wild pigs along the way. So right here, we're gonna stay left and continue following the 104. There's where that hole in the rock was. You can't see it. On the back side is tabletop. There it is, y'all. Tabletop rocks. Now, why they call it that, I have no idea, because this does not closely by any means look like anybody's tabletop that I've ever seen, but it's pretty cool. So I'm literally in the arch of tabletop rock. I'm going to use this opportunity to take a break and eat half of my lunch. So this is definitely one of those hikes that you want to pack a lunch on. Goes without saying, 13 miles. This is actually the only shady spot that I've seen so far, so I would definitely keep that in mind. So at this point, you're gonna see the sign, the Dutchman's Trail. This is where we're gonna break away from the 104 to the 238. So at this time in the hike, we're doing what I like to call the final descent. This is going to be the final time you're going down before you have to go back up. to the cave. Definitely want to watch out for these guys, as they are along the trail. And we are at the bottom, so the trail is more overgrown. As you can see, there are lots of these guys. So definitely want to watch out for those. There's a nice pool here. Definitely a great place to fill up if you have a water straw. I believe this is the last water spot before the actual cave. And here's the Rock of Gibraltar. It's probably not called that, but that's what I'm gonna call it. You know, as I'm taking a break, you know what I thought of? So the 104 is the Dutchman Trail. So you can do your research into the Dutchman and the gold behind this whole trail and all this stuff. And what's interesting is so many people have lost their lives trying to find this gold that's been out here. And I think it's just a fool's errand, man, because the only thing that even closely resembles any kind of gold out here are the golden flowers. There's no gold out here. And it's just sad that this legend was started by this Dutchman, and this gold to this has never been found. So the trail gets pretty overgrown at this point. So we're still at, I guess you can call this the bottom for final ascent to Herman's cave. That's the only tree I saw on the entire trail. So once you get to this sign, you're gonna want to go right, and we're gonna go this way. So this is the valley right behind the cave. This is where we just came from. Came from over those mountains. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the cave is right here, but it's on the back side of that formation right there. This is gonna be the final water spot before you make your way up to the cave. We're at the bottom of the cave. Right here is pretty steep. You can't tell by the video, but it is super steep. Gonna have to figure out a way to get up there. So we finally made it to Herman's cave. And as you can see, I am out of breath. There's a mesa on top there. Man, this thing is freaking huge, man. Wow. Stay tuned after the hike for my post-hike assessment and how to get inside the cave. My honest assessment of this hike, this was one of the hardest hikes I've ever done. And the trail itself is relatively flat most of the way, so that's not the issue. What makes this trail hard is two things. So number one, when you get to Herman's Cave, the trail doesn't actually lead up to Herman's Cave. So once you get to Herman's Cave, you're gonna have to find a way to get up there. You're gonna have to scramble up there. Now, being a solo hiker, I try not to take certain types of risks, but that was probably the most risky thing that I've done in a while, and I was literally giving myself a pep talk going the whole way up. Second thing that makes this hike so hard is going to be the mileage. So it's not so much the mileage getting there towards Herman's Cave, it's more so the mileage getting back from Herman's Cave. So once you exit Herman's Cave, you go down and then you're in the valley, but then you have to go back up, and that's going to be the steepest part of your whole ascent. Now mind you, you're doing this long ascent after you've just done 7 miles, right? Keep that in mind. You've already hiked 7 miles. Now you're going back. So now you have to go back up this long ascent, and the ascent, honestly, so it's not steep. It's just the fact that you're going back up after hiking 7 miles as you're returning to the parking lot. So those are the two things that make this hike the hardest, in my opinion. Scramble up to Herman's Cave and the mileage on the way back. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It's your boy Thorough Alexander signing out from Herman's Cave. Peace.